going on, billionaires? What's going on, billionaires? How is everybody? Listen, if you are in the Charleston area, right? If you're in the Charleston area, if you're in Charleston this weekend, this Saturday, August the 6th, man, make sure you pull up on us at the Generational Wealth Gala. It's Saturday, this Saturday, and it's gonna be at Trident Technical College. So y'all make sure y'all pull up, man. We're gonna have a great time. They're gonna have red carpet out there. Live band gonna be out there. It's really gonna be like a celebration, man. We're gonna they're gonna have the buffet, they're gonna have the drinks, they're gonna have the live band, they're gonna have the red carpet. So it's really gonna be like I don't want to say a party, but it's really gonna be like a celebration. And then in the middle of the celebration, we're gonna stop and like 3 of us are gonna speak real quick, and then we're gonna get the music back playing and enjoy the rest of the night. So again, if you're in Charleston this weekend, or if you live in the Charleston area, make sure y'all come to the Generational Wealth Gala this Saturday at Trident Technical College, man. Big salute to Stephen Cone for putting it together, for having me come out there to speak. And we're gonna enjoy ourselves and have a good time. So make sure y'all be there, man. And if y'all still need some tickets to the gala, I'm gonna drop the link, the Eventbrite link in the comments. But we're gonna be speaking on mental health and generational wealth, right? And these are two of the things that really affect our community. And what's going on, Ashley? How you doing, buddy? These are two things that affect our community in a major way, as far as mental health and generational wealth. And these are some things that we need to talk about. So pull up Saturday, let's have the discussion. Let's listen, let's learn, let's be entertained and educated all at the same time, right? But today, right, I was running around, running some errands and paying some bills. And I put a question for the caption of this live, right? Should the man, like in a relationship, should the man pay all the bills in the relationship, right? And I'm always seeing this debate online of who should pay all the bills. The man's supposed to be able to pay all the bills. They should go half. The man is the provider. I hear all of that, right? But I'm going to give you the correct answer of who should be paying all the bills in the household. Should the man pay all the bills? Should the woman pay all the bills? Should they be going half on the bills, right? And the answer is neither one of them should be paying the bills, right? Neither one. And I know y'all probably thinking, well, damn, the bills got to get paid, right? Yes, the bills do have to get paid, but if you're in a serious relationship, and I mean serious, so like if you're married or like engaged or something like that, if you're in a serious relationship with somebody, then neither the man or the woman should be paying the bills. Because what y'all should be doing is you should be putting your brains and your resources together, and you should be buying assets. And when those assets start to make money, then the assets pay for all the bills in the household. Therefore, no one is responsible. Your assets are paying all your bills for you. So what do I mean when I say buy assets? Like if you're a husband and wife, or you're in a serious relationship, then you should have some type of real estate, whether it's just some land with some trailers being rented out, or you can have stocks, you can have different investments, you can have a business that you guys own together. You can even have life insurance policies. Like it's kind of crazy to me that there are so many people out here that have kids and don't have life insurance. Like if you don't have life insurance and you have children, then you really got to question whether you even love your kids or not. Like, and I'm being serious about that. Like, do you really even love your kids if you don't have life insurance? Because if something happens to you, what's going to happen to them? Or we just going to figure that out when we get there. All right. So definitely the family needs to start having assets. Life insurance can be the first way to start. Do you know life insurance is the best place to keep your money at? Like in life insurance policies, it's better than keeping your money in the bank. And like you can use the money while you're alive. Like that's why it's called life insurance, not death insurance. So say for instance, if you got a $250,000 policy on you, therefore if something happened to you, your kids get $250,000. You can also have money in the account, like $50,000, $100,000 sitting in an account, right? You can take that money, like let's just say you got $100,000 sitting in your policy, and it's a $500,000 policy. You can borrow $20,000 out of that policy, take it, go invest it, do what you want to do, and it's still like $100,000 is sitting in the policy. It's like you never took nothing out, and you don't have to pay the $20,000 back if you don't want to. When you pass, they'll take it out of your death benefits, so they'll take the $20,000 out of the $500,000 policy. So, like, learn about life insurance. Like, these are the things that families should be taking serious. Whether if we decide to be together or not, and we're going to get married, or we're serious about being in a relationship, then we should be serious about owning assets. Because you know the first thing y'all women like to say is, "Well, the man is the provider. The man is the provider." But let me ask you something, right? Do you think being a provider just mean paying bills? That's all a provider got to do. So a provider don't have to provide no value, provide no wisdom, provide instruction, provide encouragement, provide enlightenment, provide plans, provide goals, provide vision. It's so many more facets to being a provider than just paying bills. And cause like if you think just being a provider is just paying the bills in the house, then shit, any big dick dummy with a job can do that. But if you want somebody who is really real provision, then you have to get somebody who is focused, who has a vision, and who is thinking about building assets for the long-term relationship. That way the assets can pay off all the bills in the relationship instead of us just focusing on the man or the woman. Because anytime I see anybody having that debate whether the man or the woman should be paying the bills, then I know that you're just not thinking big enough. And that's not no knock against you. It's just that you're thinking on a minute level when you should be thinking a whole lot larger. So if the family is more focused on buying assets that pays the bills for them, then we don't have to worry about the man or the woman, because we have our assets paying all the bills for us. So again, man, if you're in a serious relationship, make sure y'all buying assets. Make sure you concentrating on generational wealth. That's why I put this Bible verse at the top of this live, Proverbs 13:22, because that verse says, "A good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children." Not just for his children. A good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. So that means you have to be building generational wealth, and that's one of the things we're gonna be talking about this weekend. Like I was just listening to a dude the other day, and he has he invests in life insurance policies. Him and his wife both have $1 million policy on themselves. He says by the time him and his wife pass, they got the money going into a trust, not just going to their kids. They got to go into a trust that will be used as a family bank. He says by the time they get on the 4th generation, their family will be worth $500 million just off of life insurance policies. So that's the power of investing. That's the power of generational wealth. Like build something that outlives you. Like we be so worried about what what's the little boy off Power? We be so worried about what the fuck Tyreek doing and what your dumbass friends doing and like we so caught up in other people's business that we don't take the time to build our own business up. Build something. Build a business. Build some assets. Own something. Like we all grown people, but we let other people control our income. Like when you give somebody else the power to feed you, you give them the power to starve you too. So we have to take control of our own income. And before I go, because I'm not gonna make this too long, man, kind of sound like I'm preaching, but before I go, make sure as you building this thing up, teach your children what to do too. Like teach your kids. Like I just read not too long, well, I read some years ago that the average working parent talks to their child 30 seconds a day. 30 seconds a day, right? So If we only talking to our children 30 seconds a day, that means you don't even know that child. You don't even know who that is. Like, we got to get to the point where we're not just housing our children. We're not just having them in the house, feeding them and putting clothes on their back and letting video games, social media, and their friends raise them. We have to be doing the raising. We have to be doing the training. The skills and the wisdom that we possess, we have to pass it on to them. Because you think I'm finna work this hard to build up millions of dollars in assets and leave it to some fucking idiots? I'll give it all the way to charity first before I leave it to my children and they don't know what to do. So again, train up your child in the way your child should go, and when they get grown, they shouldn't depart. But we have to start with training them and not just talking to them 30 seconds a day. Actually talk to the child, see who this person is, see what their personality is like. Because as soon as our kids do something, we be the first person to say, oh, I know my child wouldn't do that. But how you know if you don't even know the child? All right, so start training these kids, man. We know that they're not going to teach them the right shit at school. They're not going to teach them about assets. They're not going to teach them about life insurance policies. They're not going to teach them about trading stock options and none of that. They're not going to teach them that. You know what they're teaching them? They're teaching them subject, verb, agreement, and fucking algebra. Some shit that they'll never use. I've never woken up a day in my life and said, how am I going to use algebra today? Not one time. Went in my daughter's room one day and saw her reading To Kill a Mockingbird, and I damn near threw up. My mom had to read that. The fuck is they still reading that for? Useless information. So again, we have to be the ones who pass down the useful information, because we know the school's not going to teach it to them. So we have to do it. So again, man, before I end this, one more time, make sure y'all pop up on me Saturday, Trident Tech, the Generational Wealth Gala. Man, we're going to have a great time. We're going to ball. We're going to live band, red carpet. We're going to eat. We're going to drink. And in the middle of all of that, we're going to get educated too. So come get educated and entertained. Put on the best outfit you got and get on down there. And let's learn something. And again, man, stop worrying about who should be paying the bills between the man and the woman. Like, that's so, you're still thinking small. All right, y'all still thinking small. Start thinking about the man and the woman who should be a team. Because in all honesty, it shouldn't even matter who paid the most of the bills. We a team. So it shouldn't matter. You know, if the man, I ain't even gonna get into that. It shouldn't matter if we a team, no. But as a team, we put our brain, we put our resources, we put our money together, especially if both of us have an income already. And then we buy assets with our income. We let the assets make money, and then the assets pay all our bills. That's it. Start businesses and let your businesses pay your bills. All right? I got a business where I sell digital products, courses and classes and stuff like that. I can sell a few courses every month, and my household bill is $5,000, right? I pay that by myself every month. My course is $600. I can sell 10 courses, have to do no work because I already recorded them one time. I can sell 10 courses a month, and that's my household bills without me having to get out of bed. So it's about having assets and making sure your family builds something that'll outlive all of y'all. And that's the whole purpose of the family structure. That's the whole purpose of the man being the leader. If you are really the leader, it don't matter how many bills you can pay. If you're the leader and the provider, then provide the information, provide the knowledge, provide the wisdom, provide the instruction, provide the enlightenment, provide the encouragement, provide the upliftment, provide the things that the family will need to live on forever. We're talking about our last name here, and you're the CEO of your last name. So instead of us running out to these stores to buy everybody else's last name, Gucci and Vuitton and Ford and Chanel and Dior and all these other people's last names, take them same thousands of dollars and invest in your last name and see what that do for you. All right, I'm gone, y'all. Make sure y'all pop up at the gala this weekend, man. We talking generational wealth. We talking mental health, things that are affecting our community, and we need to learn how to circumvent these issues. So let's get down to the gala this weekend, man. Let's have a good time. Y'all come check your boy 10 Billions out, man. I might got something to say. All right, I'm gone. Y'all be good. Just wanted to drop that little message on y'all. Peace.